Here I am, finally recording this sketchbook tour. Here's the front cover. Here's the back cover. First we have this drawing of Cleo. I was doing like a redesign. Oh shoot. Some like pink got on her. I don't know how that happened. Then we have more ideas for a Cleo design where she has like mummy wrappings all over herself. I thought the idea of like a tube top of mummy wrappings would be cool. We have unfinished ideas for a Claudine redesign. And this is the actual redesign, but I really don't like the kind of green that I used. I have some doodles here. It got to the point where I was like drawing on paper bags and then taping them in here of like, here's my idea for like a Gyaru Sagi. Sorry, my friend drew a peener and I put it in here because it was funny. Here's another Cleo design of like her. That'd be cute if she like slept in Deese's shirts. Then we have some more Sailor Moon doodles. It's kind of like event piece, I guess, a little bit. Hold up, let me move my light. There we go. Some more event art. Don't look too far into that. This is a design I have for a sticker I want to do when I start doing markets again. Another sticker design that I have to ink. There's a lot of unfinished stuff in here. We have this Claudine drawing. I did her with like Liberty spikes, like a more like punk design. I thought that was cool. Playing around because a lot of alternative hairstyles originate from the Black community, and I thought that was cool. I wanted to show that. Also just have her in a lot of jewelry. Here we have more sticker design ideas. This is just a doodle, but I think this could be a fun sticker. Also this one. I like this one a lot. Here's a design idea I have for an OC that I'm working on. This never got finished. This Hello Kitty never got finished. This like humanoid Hello Kitty. Oh, okay. I thought those pages were stuck together. I have a bunch of random doodles here. I think this was at someone else's house, and I just put it in here. I have this Starfire. I love this one. I love the way I did her hair. And this was something, I started doing stuff without line art, and it was actually like really nice because the line art just stresses me out sometimes. But it's hard because the marker like smudges the pencil. Here's my OC Priscilla. Here's a drawing of 11 that I never finished. Here's a drawing of Sue Storm that I used. I ended up putting paint on here. I don't remember why. I think I was using this as a palette page. Here's a drawing I never finished of one of the puppets. I might just put like a picture of them on the screen if you don't know what they are. This was an abstract drawing I did of my friend Jordan. I don't really know what was happening here, but it's cool. Here's one I really like. I want to make this a print. Sue Storm. Very Ariana Grande, you know what I mean? I love it. Then we have some pony drawings. I'm trying to get back into drawing ponies. I'm not super great at it yet. This was gonna be Scarlet Witch, but in like a more like 50s, 60s style, I think, but I never finished it. Maybe I will one day or redraw it. Here we have Wanda in like a goth style. This is supposed to be Jean Grey, and I gave her like this little workout band because I was trying to make it feel like 90s, but now she just looks like Rogue, and it's like, whatever, fine. But I love the face. Like, if I could just cut this out, I would. I might if I make it a print. I just love this so much. The face is so good, and I love the hair. It's like shimmery, if you can see it. Here's a concept I had for a piece that I might make one day. I never ended up making this piece. Very like along the lines of Ventish, but like here we have another goth Scarlet Witch inspired by her like Sorcerer Supreme outfit. The hands are kind of wonky, don't look at them too long, but I love like the cyber sigilism I did for like her magic. I wish I would have done something other than colored pencils because it didn't show up very well. But I like this one. More ponies. I was gonna do Squirrel Girl, but in like a scene style. But I obviously never got to finishing that, so I'll probably actually still use this idea later, but anyway, ponies. It's really hard to get the faces right. That's what I'm struggling with right now. This was gonna be some vent art that I never finished. It's whatever. This was a while ago, actually. And then here I have this drawing of Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane. This is like my designs of them. Gwen does not look good, but MJ looks really good right here. Yeah. This is this drawing of my sibling Parker. Another Parker drawing. Another Parker drawing. We were at a cafe and I was speed drawing them. Like, how fast can I draw you? We have more ponies. Their bodies are really hard to figure out. In my head, I just kind of view them as like cats. Like, as long as it looks vaguely similar, it's fine. I don't know how horse bodies work. Here's a page that I glued in that I meant to draw on, and I never drew anything here. Another goth Scarlet Witch, and I meant to color this very differently. This did not turn out how I wanted it to, but I love the pose and the drawing, and I would love to redraw this. We have a concept for a character that I was working on. I don't know if anything will come of this. We have Guinevere. This was another one I did with no line art, and I really like how it turned out. I was using like Copics that my friend lent me to do like the hair, like the shinies. It's so cool. Some more half-baked bent art. Yeah, there's a lot of that here. Here's where I really feel like I peaked. Like, these two drawings of Twilight are so cute. Here's some drawings of some of my friends. Hold up, is that? Yeah. Here's a concept I had for a painting I made for my mom. These were going to be concepts for a hoodie design I was doing, but I never used these ones. And then I was testing out paint markers. I also drew myself here. That was fun. Scarlet Witch. This was for Inktober. I did a couple different Inktober prompt lists. I didn't stick to one. I love how this turned out. Here's some more Priscilla drawings. This is another Inktober one. This is my interpretation of Arachne. Kind of a little pinup-esque. I like it. And then here's some more drawings of my OCs. I'd like a younger version of Priscilla. I did one of the days of Pinuptober, and I did like this like Five Nights at Freddy's waitress. Like, I just really love the idea of like a trashy FNAF waitress. Like, she's so sweet. I love her. She's like a character that I've drawn a couple times now. I'm a little attached. Here's some drawings of Taylor Swift. This was going to become something. Never did. This one is based on those old Nintendo ads, like the Nintendo DS ads that were like really weird. I should put it on the screen if I can. Then I have another one based on the same ones. I actually did make this into a hoodie. I'll probably show a picture up on screen. This was another Nintendo DS ad. This was going to be a painting. Nothing came of this. Or maybe it did become an art piece. I like this sketch better than the final product. I will say that. Here's a Cringe-tober prompt. This is for Hybromania. I don't think I did Alice justice here. I'd like to redraw her because I love Hybromania. I've been following it for a while. Here's Classics Tober. This is my interpretation of Hecate. I don't know where I got the lion imagery from, but I think this is really cool. Very like androgynous. I love it. Here's another this is for the same idea as this. I did like multiple versions of this. Here's my drawing of Twilight. I want to draw like her Equestria Girls design. I like the designs. I gave her little like wing ears because it does a lot of in like avian art and like 2020 Tumblr. I think a lot of humanizations give them like natural skin tones, which makes sense, but I really love them being like Monster High-esque characters. I don't love the way her face looks here, but I like it. It reminds me of like the box art, like as opposed to the show, you know, like I'll show a comparison here. This is a concept for art. I don't know if I made this or not. I think I did. More event art, basically. I love this one. This is definitely becoming a print. This is Guinevere again. I love her. She's so beautiful. And I really love using these. I got stickers that are like for photo cards, and I've been using them in my art, and it's like really fun. I love doing that. Here's some more concepts for my character Gail, which you saw like one sketch of her very early on. This Twilight is way better than the first one though. I love this one. This is so cute. Look at Spike. This is becoming a print too. It has to. It is so cute. More ideas for Gail. Her end design looks very different. Here's me trying to draw Twilight Sparkle, but it doesn't look right at all. Here's Gail and Priscilla. More event art. This is more about like trying to portray my shoulder pain. This is what it feels like, basically. Some more ponies, but these ones are chopped as hell. Anyway, here's Priscilla, my OC. This is really, I love these drawings of her. I was trying more dynamic poses, and it really paid off. And I'm still like figuring out her like suit design, but I love the stickers I used too. They're so shiny. Here's Priscilla again. I draw her the most. And then here I have this OC. I forget what I named her. It starts with a G. I think it was like Geraldine? Jerry? You've seen her a couple times in the sketchbook now. I need to actually make like a ref sheet for her. I don't draw her much. These are like, you know when you go to Ulta and you try the perfumes and you spray them on the little strips? This is what that was. Let me, like, can I still smell this? Yeah, it makes my sketchbook smell good. I like it. I don't know why I do that. Here's Elizabeth. I think I drew this for Halloween or something. I think it's cute. It could be better, but I like all the stickers and stuff. I think she's a fun character. I always loved her as a kid. Here's my FNAF waitress again. I did watercolor with this. Not the best job. I could have done better. Here's some more random doodles, just messing around with pens. It's like this kind of pen. Like, hold up, where's the camera? Focus, focus, please. Yeah. More Scenty strips. I was drawing Chapel Roan here and then I gave up. Love her though. This is just another random drawing, testing out like how I want to mess with line weight and stuff. This was a redraw of an art piece I did ages ago. If I can find the old one, I'll put it on screen. But this is like some Byler fan art. I never finished this, and I don't know if I will at this point. I don't know, it's like weird. Not weird, I don't know, I just don't know how to feel. And then we have this Starfire, which I love. I used acrylic paint to make these little speech boxes, like very comic-esque. This is no line art either, and I love the way it turned out, and her hair looks so fun. It's so good. Here are some drawings of my friend Alex. There we go. This was more ideas for a piece I was working on, more event art, basically. This is the idea that I had about, like, back pain. That's me trying to put it into practice, but I didn't like this. I like that it looks gross, because that was the point. Here's that cat character again. I keep drawing cat people. I think it's cool, though. Here's Gyaru, Sailor Moon, and Sailor Venus. I didn't like this piece, but people on like Tumblr and Instagram liked it. This was like a screenshot redraw, but then when Gyaru makeup. Here's some like stamp design ideas I had, or like patches. Here's Jean Grey. I love her. pose is a little wonky, but I love the way I did her hair. It's so beautiful. And here's me trying to repurpose an old OC, like a year old that I just abandoned for another project. Here's Gyaru Usagi again. I love this one, it's so cute. I kind of wish I would have done fan art, but I kind of like how it is right now too. Here I have Black Widow, but goth. I don't know if I love how this turned out, but I like the concept for sure. And then, yep, we have Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane. I tried to do like as close to their original designs as possible. Well, except for MJ, I gave her like these big bell bottoms and her like shirt that she's often pictured in, like the Spider-Man shirt, you know? I like this one. I don't love it, but it's cute. And to finish, we have this drawing of Priscilla that I never finished. I don't like the face at all. But yeah, there's some stickers in the back here. This one's textured. I like it. That is this sketchbook. It's pretty beefy, which was the goal. I love the stickers. I kept thinking I was going to return to this one because there's a lot of unfinished pieces, but I don't think I will. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if I have anything else to say, I'll probably just edit it in, but I hope I don't have to re-record this. Anyway, sketchbook tour, thanks for watching, bye.